Hello and welcome to episode number 32 of WITM Season 5. It is time for Monday Night Raw, and it is a big one because we're going to kick things off with an Intercontinental Championship match. Corey, after grinding for 2 months near the top of the Intercontinental standings, always seemingly at either number 1 or number 2, but never in the right position to get an Intercontinental title match from there on the line, finally is tonight, and he will take on the man who has held a death grip on the Intercontinental title for nearly a year, Bobby Lashley, and Seth Rollins, a man who has crossed paths with Corey many times. Before we start the show and get into that match, we are going to hear from Corey leading up to that Intercontinental title matchup backstage. So let's go backstage and listen in and hear what Corey has to say. Tonight, I finally get another opportunity to challenge for the Intercontinental Championship. And I know a challenge is exactly what it will be. Look, I'll give my opponents their due. I may not agree with Lashley's attitude change, but what has impressed me is the fact that Lashley has been a fighting champion, and no one can scoff at a reign that has approached nearly a year. And as for Seth Rollins, our paths have crossed many times, often with titles or other huge implications on the line. But Rollins and Lashley need to remember exactly what they are up against as well. A warrior, completely determined to reclaim his position at the top of the WWE mountain, with the Intercontinental Championship being just the first step in the journey. I am the chosen warrior, and I am ready to do battle. Alright, so we heard from one of the challengers tonight with Bobby Lashley's Intercontinental title on the line, the chosen warrior Corey. With that, let's kick off a edition of Monday Night Raw that will also feature, following Corey's matchup, our first bit of build-up to the huge match at Royal Rumble.
I just got to rub my hands together and smile. Tag team matchup on the way.
A Universal Championship showdown between Brock Lesnar and the Universal Champion, the Premier Talent, Dalton Roush. Our first match of the evening sees the Revival pick up a non-title victory over the Raw Tag Team Champions, the Ascension. Next up, we have more tag team action as Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defeat Heath Slater and Rhino. How about some more tag team action? The Authors of Pain are teaming up with Jinder Mahal to take on the B Team and Finn Balor. And the B Team and Finn Balor are going to pick up a victory. Bayley defeated Dana Brooke. In triple threat action featuring three men who will be battling to possibly be the number one contender following the Intercontinental Championship matchup tonight. Dolph Ziggler defeated Zack Ryder with no decision for Mojo Rawley. And here we go. Let's load up our big match of the evening. Corey finally gets a shot at the Intercontinental title. Can he, in his third attempt during Lashley's reign, be the man to finally end the year-long reign that began amid WITM Season 4 of the man who now calls himself the Almighty Bobby Lashley? Seth Rollins, a man who didn't have the best of 2018s, but we're looking to bounce back in 2019, at least when it comes to WITM terms, will also be the match. And of course, Corey looking to capture his first gold since SummerSlam, where he had a one-day reign as Universal Champion. Let's get that match loading up. Let's set the momentum to slow. Let's go.
We've been waiting a long time for this one. The championship is up for grabs right here, next.
The stakes are high and the superstars are ready.
Alright, so Corey comes in with a record of 14, 19, and 1. Good for 4th place currently in the WITM 5 standings. Most likely that is about as far as he will be able to get, but me personally being the real life version behind Corey, as long as I can go into WrestleMania at least in a title picture, or especially as champion, I'll be happy. So, match is only about halfway loaded up. It is, of course, a triple threat match, so that means no disqualifications, no countouts. Weapons are in play. And it looks like the match is just about loaded up. There we go. Let's get to the entrances to this title match.
Taking risks and seizing opportunities.
173 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley.
One of the most impressive athletes ever to step foot in a WWE ring. A successful mixed martial artist, Lashley is finally back where he belongs in WWE.
To that point, Corey, this is a man of Bobby Lashley who spent 10 years away from WWE, but he had unfinished business. He felt like he had more he wanted to accomplish, and so far, Bobby Lashley is on a track to do just that. The contest will be fought under traditional.
There's the bell. This Intercontinental title matchup is underway.
An oxymoron. There's nothing.
Lashley's going to start by biding his time as his two challengers, Rollins and Corey, go after each other. Now it's Corey biding his time, waiting for his moment. There's the ripcord knee from Rollins, who has Corey on the ropes. Corey and Rollins faced off in singles action a couple of weeks ago, and it was Corey who picked up the victory. And now it's Corey being dumped to the outside by the champion Lashley. Lashley has defended his title to lately at least 2-3 times a month. So Lashley definitely a fighting champion. That one-year title reign has come with plenty of title defenses, and that makes it all the more impressive. But now he's taking a moment to pose in the corner as Corey locks in a submission on Rollins, targeting the head and shoulders.
Wow, he got out of it.
And there's a reversal by Rollins.
Ooh. Boom. Oh, what an elbow. Belly to belly. Vicious.
And it looks like Rollins and Lashley for a moment were kind of both going after Corey, who once again is dumped on the outside. Not exactly a great start for Corey.
Talking about was this title match. Everywhere I went, from the coffee shop to the bookstore.
Rollins starting to get fired up. He can feel another championship reign coming.
Now the old vicious head crank.
Corey back into the ring, and he's going to break up Rollins' hold on Lashley.
I don't think he even realizes.
There's a stomp to the back of the neck. Rollins is recovering on the ropes. Corey with an elbow straight to the face of Lashley. Now drags him closer to center ring. Rollins still trying to recover.
And the shoulders up.
Corey goes for cover, and Lashley powers out. Rollins finally back to his feet. There's another flying knee, and a stomp to the back of the leg, and now the back. Now targeting the arm as Lashley takes some time to recover. Corey looking for an attack, but caught by Rollins, who hits the DDT. Rollins turns his attention to Lashley, and he connects with the suplex, but misses with a kick to the back, and now Rollins forces Lashley onto the apron, and Lashley will reverse with a punch to stagger Rollins, but remains on the apron, and that gives Rollins an opening for a suplex. And now it's Corey taunting his opponents. He gave them praise in the backstage interview. Doesn't seem too impressed with them right now. The champion Lashley is on the outside. It's the two challengers, Corey and Rollins, fighting out in the ring.
Yeah, including Santino himself. But hey, as the old saying goes,
Corey
anything can happen in the
with the
WWE.
spinning back fist, showing some of that Taekwondo background.
This is it.
And now here's the blackout signature maneuver. That will be ended prematurely by Bobby Lashley.
Looking for the exclamation point.
Now Lashley showing off some of that incredible power. That has, of course, been a big factor
Looks to me
in this incredible reign of Lashley's before finally hitting the maneuver and going for a cover. Rollins nearly remained champion right then and there, But Corey powers out at about 2.5.
And there's his speed paying off. And it appears Seth Rollins is starting to hit the wall physically now.
It just doesn't seem to be his night tonight.
Lashley slamming Rollins with just one slam, then turning to Corey and has him seated in the corner.
Strong kick. My goodness.
Lashley going for a cover.
He's got some fight left in him.
Corey powers out at 2.
Cool.
Rollins is on the outside recovering. And right now it's the champion Lashley in control.
You gotta believe this.
The spear connects. Lashley goes for cover. And remains Intercontinental Champion. Corey's third opportunity at Lashley. And in his third pinfall loss to Lashley. Lashley's dominance and death grip of the Intercontinental title will continue.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. That was just one of those matches that the men involved would just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance. Count yourselves lucky, people. You might watch WWE for years and only see a match that good a few times.
Here is your winner, and still the Intercontinental Champion, Bobby Lashley.
Sending a message to the entire locker room with that one. 3 men stepped into this match, but only one will be leaving victorious.
And that's this guy. Boy, I don't think we're going to have too many disappointed viewers at home. Not with action like we just saw.
All right. Corey's grind to capture that title of Bobby Lashley is going to have to continue unless, of course, Corey can earn a...
Well, the salad and appetizers are over, and now it's time for the main course. Ready to take this beef backstage here. Backstage brawl on tap next.
Unless Corey, of course, can earn a major title opportunity via winning the Royal Rumble. But now we turn our attention to the Universal Champion, Dalton Roush. You see it there. Backstage brawl has broken out between Dalton Roush and his opponent at Royal Rumble. And Dalton Roush's first defense of the Universal title, the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar. They're duking it out backstage. I hear Lesnar jumped Dalton backstage when he was on his way to the ring for what was supposed to be a promo segment. Let's take a look at what is going on backstage and watch this backstage brawl.
Coming up is a battle that could end up in places no one knew existed in this building.
It will be Brock Lesnar against an imposing adversary.
Who will reign supreme?
And this will not count in the WITM standings. It wouldn't matter anyway because we don't have Lesnar officially on the Raw roster. We just use him in certain title matches that he competes in real life. And Dalton is champion, so he's not affected by the rankings anyway. But there will be momentum and power rankings on the line for both men, especially the champion Dalton Roush. Backstage brawl between Lesnar and Dalton. And there we go. And there's how the altercation started. Lesnar with the first shot, the cheap shot. Dalton responding. And now they trade blows. And let's begin the brawl. Dalton picks up Lesnar by one leg and slams him into the floor. And there's a suplex. Kick to the back by Dalton. Forces Lesnar to his feet. There's a jumping arm breaker in the back. You can see Finn Balor being interviewed by Renee Young while all this is going on.
Spiral if he's not careful.
Who doesn't love when a fight breaks out in the back? I mean, other than you,
Lesnar
Mr. Goody Two
coming in with a series of punches, and there's a suplex. Now Dalton forced to his feet and sent nearly into the Authority's locker room.
Oh, clothesline!
McMahon's and Triple H. Dalton gets the reversal and now targets the arm of Lesnar by plunging his knee into it. Now forces Lesnar to his feet. Irish whip into the wall. Reversal by Lesnar. Dalton somehow misses that kick, and that's going to give Lesnar an opening, suplexing Dalton right into that WWE equipment crate.
Nice job getting out of the way of that one.
Reversal by Dalton.
On, he dodges out of the way.
Lariat!
Lesnar with a gut punch and a huge clothesline.
Such a glass jaw. Gosh. He's making a statement.
Dalton sent to the edge of that wall there.
Dodges a bullet there.
Back fist to the chin of Dalton and another huge clothesline.
The great ones always explode.
Dalton again sent to that wall as we move further and further down the hallway, nearly in the interview area where Renee Young is interviewing Finn Balor. Lesnar taking Dalton to Suplex City.
This could be it, guys.
Here we go, Brock.
And now Lesnar thinking F5.
Brace for impact. Here it comes. With the F5.
And Lesnar
That's how you put an exclamation point
with
on
the upper hand so far. I thought that would end this backstage brawl, but no. They're still going to go. Reversal by Lesnar. Irish up into that door. Finally, Balor and Renee have noticed what is going on, and they are sent running.
They can't walk after that attack to the back.
Dalton thrown to the door. Lesnar has a fire extinguisher and sprays these chemical spray on Dalton. I didn't even know you could do that. That's kind of cool.
Nasty impact.
Dalton can just not get to his feet every time he does. Lesnar with that spray. And now Lesnar will force Dalton to his feet.
Brock Lesnar starting to teeter. This is not where
Reversal by Dalton.
guys.
The amount of punishment he's absorbed in this match is absolutely insane. A lesser man would have given up and walked away by now.
And Lesnar
Realistic to expect
just
him
shoves
to not at
Dalton
least
down the
face
hallway, now
this
taunting him.
Good news for him.
And right now it is all Brock Lesnar. It's just a preview of what we are going to see at the Royal Rumble when the Universal Championship will be on the line.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Brock moves in. This could be it.
Dalton going to Suplex City once again.
Suplex City. But he's running on fumes.
And Brock Lesnar
Did him to capitalize?
confronts Dalton backstage. It starts off with a cheap shot by Lesnar. It ends in a backstage brawl dominated by Dalton's challenger at the Royal Rumble pay-per-view, Brock Lesnar. And that is going to end the show, so let's see how these Raw results affect the rankings on Monday Night Raw. I don't actually think the Raw women were in action tonight. It was mostly tag team and multi-man matches. Okay, there was one women's match. Bayley defeated Dana Brooke at non-title action. Bayley is still champion, and Brooke falls to number 8. The Raw Women's Champion is Bayley. Number 1 contender, Ruby Riott. Number 2, Ember Moon. Number 3, Ronda Rousey. Number 4, Nia Jax. Number 5, Tamina. Number 6, Mickie James. Number 7, Natalya. Number 8, Dana Brooke. Number 9, Sarah Logan. Number 10, Sasha Banks. Number 11, Alicia Fox. And number 12, Liv Morgan. In the Raw Tag Team division, the Revival defeated the Ascension. That is a non-title victory. The B Team were victorious as well, but the non-title victory is going to overrule that victory. The Revival move up to the number 1 contendership. The Ascension remain champions, however. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable defeated Heath Slater and Rhino. Slater and Rhino move up to number 4. Roode and Gable remain at number 6. The B Team and Finn Balor defeated AOP and Jinder Mahal. B Team remain at number 2 because the Revival had a non-title victory and remain number 1 contenders. Authors of Pain fall to number 4. So quite a shake-up in the Raw Tag Team division. The champions are the Ascension. Number 1 contenders, the Revival. Number 2, the B Team. Number 3, Slater and Rhino. Number 4, Authors of Pain. Number 5, Lucha House Party. And number 6, Bobby Roode and Chad Gable. In the Intercontinental Championship rankings, the B Team and Finn Balor defeated the Authors of Pain and Jinder Mahal. Balor is not in this division. Obviously, the B Team and AOP are not. Jinder Mahal is and falls to number 7. Dolph Ziggler defeated Zack Ryder. No decision for Mojo Rawley. Ziggler moves up to number 2. Ryder falls to number 12. Rawley remains number 4 with no decision. Bobby Lashley defeated Corey with no decision for Seth Rollins to remain Intercontinental Champion. Lashley is still champion. Corey falls down to number 2. Always seems to be number 1 or number 2 in this division, but never is actually able to win the title. At this point, Corey's best hope might be that someone else can defeat Lashley for the Intercontinental title, and then he can beat them. And Rollins remains at number 3 with a no decision. The Intercontinental Champion is Bobby Lashley. Number 1 contender, Dolph Ziggler. Number 2, Corey. Number 3, Seth Rollins. Number 4, Mojo Rawley. Number 5, Apollo Crews. Number 6, Tyler Breeze. Number 7, Jinder Mahal. Number 8, No Way Jose. Number 9, Dean Ambrose. Number 10, Elias. Number 11, Titus O'Neil. Number 12, Zack Ryder. Number 13, Kurt Hawkins. And in the Universal Championship rankings, the B Team and Finn Balor defeated AOP and Jinder Mahal. Balor remains champion. AOP, B Team, and Mahal are not in this division. And no one else besides Dalton in the Backstage Brawl in this division competed. So Dalton remains champion. Number 1 contender, Finn Balor. Number 2, Drew McIntyre. Number 3, John Cena. And number 4, Baron Corbin. Now we move on to SmackDown Live. Will we see Gerald make his return to action tomorrow night? And it's going to be yet another week off for Gerald. But 205 Live has moved back to being live Tuesday nights following SmackDown Live in real life, which means that we now have a combined SmackDown Live when Gerald competes and 205 live stream on Tuesday nights at 11 o'clock Eastern. So I'm going to call the episode here. We will not see Gerald in action tomorrow night. However, I'm not going to sim because just in case there's any number 1 contenders or title matches on real life SmackDown tomorrow. And we will have, I assume, the Cruiserweight Champion Andrew Spudstrong in action. As a matter of fact, we will have Andrew Spudstrong in action because he's going to be issuing an open challenge to anybody on the WWE roster 205 pounds and under. It could be someone from Raw, it could be someone from SmackDown, it could be someone from NXT, NXT UK, or a Cruiserweight already on 205 Live. We'll have to wait and see. Anybody could appear or could be that man on your screen right now, Rey Mysterio. That would be a heck of a matchup. But that is going to do it for episode number 32 of WITM Season 5. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single moment of WITM action. Until episode number 32, where Andrew Spudstrong issues a non-title open challenge on 205 Live's return to Tuesday nights, tomorrow night at 11 Eastern. This is Corey with WITM Car Wrestling, signing off.